się ktoś tak opadł, odpalił, że moknięty poszedł. Nie mój styl, a poza tym, proszę Państwa, no ja się tutaj 10 lat pracowałem.
Some of Mazowiecki's supporters can be found working at the country's widest-selling newspaper, cz.4. As a result, the paper and its staff have become a prime target of the Wałęsa campaign. The level of venom between old Solidarity allies can be measured by Wałęsa's recent order that Solidarity's logo be removed from the paper's masthead.
What's been happening is awfully damaging and very scary, because I think that what's been happening is that Wałęsa encourages, Wałęsa has been encouraging the worst there is in this country. That is to say, he's been encouraging the lowest instinct of aggression, flattery, intolerance.
Ugly elements have certainly been stirred by the Wałęsa campaign, especially the re-emergence of anti-Semitism. If elected, Lech Wałęsa threatens to use direct personal power in the ministries, to govern by decree and purge the nation of communist legacies, in particular the apparatchiks who still obstruct the bureaucratic system and stifle reform. Wałęsa's opponents like Michnik, a former radical Solidarity advisor who backs Mazowiecki, claim Wałęsa is building a new official Solidarity-based apparatus which is as insidious and non-democratic as the former communist system. Such claims have led to ugly jibes, like Wałęsa threatening to appoint Michnik, who suffers as a radio announcer. Talking to Channel 4 News, Lech Wałęsa labeled opponents like Michnik as provokers of strikes, himself as the mediator.
Zagrałem kiedy Solidarność padała we wszystkich obliczeniach, kiedy Wałęsa padał, jeśli chodzi o opozycję, w tej burzy, w której się znaleźliśmy. Co robię? Próbuję odzyskać to wszystko. A o czym mówi Michnik i inni? Głupoty, plotki opowiada i wy w prasie się na to nabieracie. Na plotki, a nie na politykę. Nikt jeszcze z tych wielkich dyskutantów nie zorientował się, o co chodziło i co jest grane. I dlatego też uważam ich za harcerzy, którym należy klapsa dać. Ale ojcowskiego takiego.
The next day, Gazeta went into print asking Mr. Wałęsa, "Why do you lie, Lech?" Michnik said he and other Mazowiecki supporters had not provoked the wave of strikes, as Wałęsa had claimed.
Ja nikogo nie wyzywam i też nie zauważyłem, że kogokolwiek wyzywał pan premier Mazowiecki, kandydat, któremu sprzyja. Za innych kandydatów nie odpada, chociaż maniery i brak prawdopodobności mnie zamartwiają.
As Speaker of the Senate, Andrzej Stelmachowski is a guardian of Poland's new democracy. I asked if he thought it was now threatened.
The people must be accustomed that we started with the normal processes of democratization. The election of a president, for instance, in France or in the US, that's nothing dramatical. In Poland, it will be the same thing.
The battle to occupy Belvedere, the president's palace, is then a bitter conflict for post-revolutionary power. Wałęsa is the Solidarity chairman who is hungry for power, bitter at being outmaneuvered by Solidarity's intellectuals, and who claims the workers' interests have been ignored. Mazowiecki, meanwhile, is the symbol of many who fear Mr. Wałęsa's election will herald a new era of the kind of political authoritarianism which everyone believed Solidarity's 10-year struggle for democracy had finally removed.
Since Nick Gowing filed that report, there's been one dramatic development, the rise of an independent candidate who's lived the last 20 years in Canada. He is Stanislaw Tymiński, a wealthy businessman who left Poland as a young man. The latest polls showed Tymiński running second, ahead of Mazowiecki. But he's now under investigation for slander because of some of his campaign remarks about Mazowiecki. If none of the candidates receives 50% of the vote on Sunday, there will be a runoff in 2 weeks.
This is the Channel 4 News.
In Cleveland, we are proud to see the position Poland is in today. Very simple. This is what we fought for. This is what they fought for.
Good evening. The voting is over tonight, and the waiting has begun for the citizens of Poland.
For the first time ever, they cast ballots in a presidential election to decide who will run the country. But whom they chose isn't known yet. Solidarity leader Lech Wałęsa is enjoying a solid lead, with Prime Minister Tadeusz Mazowiecki running second among the 6 candidates. Not even in the days before communism did Poles vote directly for the president, and some can't believe their good fortune in doing so today.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm satisfied that I have the right to choose from among 6 candidates. I can choose one, and that is the most important thing for me. These are the first elections like this in which we are participating. We are definitely happy. Of course, we voted for Mazowiecki. He's the candidate who fulfills all the requirements. We voted for Lech Wałęsa. We think he represents the nation with dignity.
The official election results will be known by tomorrow. The first returns show Wałęsa in front, but exit polls indicate he will not get enough of the vote to avoid a runoff. That runoff election will be held on December 9th. Thousands of Clevelanders with ties to Poland are rooting for the success of Poland's newfound democratic process. And Marianne Herman tells us they're praying as well.
People attending Mass at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Church in Slavic Village for the Polish election to go well. 1,100 families belong to this parish. Most are of Polish descent. Loved ones in Poland. The pastor says his parish is concerned because it's the first democratic vote in half a century.
Reaching out for something that they knew from their past history and reaching out now for the future. That's why we pray that they would be successful, that their leader would be a wise one and one who could the past history and make it alive today as it used to be before.
In Cleveland, we are proud to see the position Poland is in today. Very simple. This is what we fought for. This is what they fought for.
David Donzalski heads the committee in support of Solidarity. He says the world is watching Poland because it serves as a model for all emerging democracies.
And I think you could